I was so excited when I first got into Hampton. Even on the way down to Virginia, I couldn't help but soak in every moment because I was a teenager who was finally going to leave home to be on my own. However, the moment my mom drove off to go back home 6 hours away was the most anxiety-provoking feeling. It was my first time away from home, and walking toward my dorm doors without any knowledge of living on my own had me crying for days. As time grew, I built a version of myself here that I'm very proud of. Joining multiple clubs, organizations, and meeting new people who were blessings and lessons. It's so weird how a place like Hampton can teach you who you are without telling you who you'll be after it. And that same feeling of anxiety I felt as my mom pulled out of the driveway of my dorm came back. But it was different. I was anxious because the version I built of myself, I just didn't know if she existed outside of Hampton. Being a film major, being a part of the student film organization, and being able to watch it grow and watch it prosper, being the president, being able to, creative direct and watch all of my ideas and projects for Warner Brothers flourish has definitely I feel like has been the most defining for me. I'm a film major, so a lot of those things have been very important to me. It helped me discover myself. It helped me discover what I really, truly wanted to do. When I first came in here, I just wanted to be a film editor. I didn't care about anything else. But as my time grew in the organizations and in the major, I realized that there was more to what I wanted to do, and there was more to myself and what I can do. And it made me develop a lot more confidence in my abilities. I would also say, being a part of the band, being able to travel, capture media and content for the band, being exposed to a band in the first place, because I come from a home where I didn't get to see a marching band all the time. So being able to see that on a collegiate level and see how big it actually is, and then being able to be a part of it and develop relationships with these people, I think has been the most defining. The band taught me that hardship is inevitable. No matter what you do, no matter how far you go, there's always going to be people that don't like what you're doing, that don't like you, and that is okay. Those lessons are meant to teach you. They're not meant to break you. But as long as you respect what you do and you respect yourself and how you're doing it, that's all that matters. I feel like a lot of the times in the band, I tried so hard to prove myself to other people, and it made me feel like I couldn't be proud of myself in the position that I was in. And it just taught me to see it through. Like, no matter what, don't let somebody else be the reason that you quit. Don't let somebody else be the reason that you leave, because you're gonna be even more proud of yourself when you stuck through the hard times and you trusted the process rather than just leaving because it was hard, because of hardship. I faced a lot of trials in the band when it came to people, relationships with people, or just my overall well-being within the band. But overall, when I look back at it, it just made me a stronger individual. It made me understand myself. It made me understand other people a lot more. I saw it through, and I feel like that's the best part about it, is that no matter how hard it was, no matter how many times I cried, no matter how many times I got into it with somebody, that next day we was laughing, it didn't matter. Like, I stuck it through, and that's the most important to me, because I'm the type of person that, I'm gonna always finish what I start. I'm always gonna finish what I start. And for me personally, I feel like the most difficult part of college was being in the band and being in school, because I was developing relationships with other people while also having a busy schedule and trying to keep up with my academics. So I feel like band really just taught me to see it through no matter how hard it is. You're gonna feel the most accomplished when you went through all the craziness, you went through all the hardship, and you still stuck it out, because it shows how strong you actually are as an individual. I created the logo for SFO, I created the merch, and just off that alone, I want to leave that behind. But even with my Warner Brothers ambassadorship, I was able to promote different movies on campus, and I really do feel like that was one of the main things that got the student film organization a lot more leverage than it had in the past. And I honestly just want people to remember me as somebody who provided, who gave to something that they cared about. I was there when SFO wasn't a thing. I was there when it first became a thing. I was there through the trials and the tribulations of the beginning. and being able to watch it grow, it makes me want to be a part of that legacy. And it just brings me back to all the memories that I've created with the organization from the time that I started. And SFO may not be big right now, it may not be the biggest or hottest organization on campus, and throughout my presidency, I may not have been able to reach it that far. However, I don't even think it's about where you land, but it's about how you get there. And I do believe that throughout my presidency, I was able to, provide the organization some type of growth and leverage. And I do hope that I'm able to leave it to the next person and they, hold on to it with care the way I did. And they take whatever I was taught and take whatever lessons that I'm able to bring to them and really make the organization something bigger. I can't really pinpoint a specific moment, but I would say one thing that has always stuck with me is the phrase is adversity brings people together. And I feel like throughout my time at Hampton, I've been through a lot, and the most defining friendships were the ones where we stuck through the storm, and no matter what happened, we were still able to remain friends, or we went through it together. I would also say presence is very important to me. When people show up for me, that's the most important thing. And being able to see my friends come for homecoming or 100 days, or just surprise me, come down here for a performance that I had, like, it always made me feel like I had a village here no matter what. No matter if it was good or bad, I was always gonna have people that showed up for me and that supported me, and that was there for me through the trials and the tribulations. And my mom, she always finished what she started. She had an idea and she saw it and she did it. And that's just something I felt like I had to carry with me throughout my whole life. My friends are extremely motivating. On top of my family, my friends are extremely motivating. Not a single one of my friends is gonna let me give up or stop what I'm doing. And they're always gonna push me to where they believe that I can go. And also, not even just that, but my friends are also that way. My friends are also achievers. My friends are also go-getters. And just to have those people on your corner who believe in you all the time, even my professors, Professor Dowdell, Professor JB, Professor Caskey, all these different people who have contributed to my experience at Hampton have never made me feel like I was not able to achieve success. It was always assumed that I was great. Like, as soon as I walked into the classroom, I didn't have to prove anything to anybody. It was already there, and they were just trying to pull more out of me. I don't think that you could really get far in life without a support system, without that sense of a backbone. And I'm grateful enough to say I have a huge support system, whether it's my family, my friends, or my teachers. They taught me patience. They taught me trust. They taught me loyalty, fidelity. And they also taught me that I'm okay with just being me, being unapologetically me. A lot of the times I felt like I was a little bit insecure about how loud and quirky and goofy I can be. And it feels good that I have people around me that allow me to be that without it being an issue, allow me to be myself, allow me to express myself. And even though our personalities may not align, they may be a little bit more quieter than I am, they may be a little bit more shy, but they embrace the fact that I'm not. I don't want to leave Hampton feeling like I have to decrease myself or diminish my personality for other people. So I feel like it's essential and imperative that I have people around me that show me that it is okay to be fully me. Right now, most, if not all of my identity is tied to Hampton. It's not a bad thing. However, the big question is, who will I become once I have to leave this place behind? So this is not a question I feel like I can answer right now, but as I evolve into the woman that I am destined to be, I will ask this question: who am I without Hampton University?